What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mirror Drivin. I am Brayson, and as always, I'm here with my lovely co-host Evan. Evan, how are you doing, man?
Doing great, man. I'm really excited to finally get back in here and knock off some rust and talk about this new playoff format that we got
Chase,
today.
chase format.
Oh, chase format. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to all that stuff, because it's never been the chase before ever. But anyways,
Yeah, before we get into the news real quick, let's quickly let the viewers know where we've been. So we've actually been in a lawsuit. The former company we worked for in Mirror Driving Studios was bought out. We couldn't use the name until 2026, so sadly, we just had to wait. So here we are now. Evan, it is so great to be back. I'm sure everyone is well aware that NASCAR has ditched the playoff format, ditched winning you're in, and they've gone back to the chase. Kinda.
it, yeah, kind of. The only differences now is there's still 10 races. There's still, whoever has the most points after 10 races wins championship. But now instead of 12 drivers, there's going to be 16 drivers. Um, I don't know how that makes people feel, but I guess NASCAR kind of didn't really want that 2013 situation again, where a lot of manipulation was going on at Richmond. I don't know if people know that or not, but um, we're very excited for it. Glad it's back. I preferred the chase more than I did um, the previous playoff format. Um, Obviously, people are going to want the 36 race season championship, but networks didn't want it. So I mean, kind of got to make them happy too. And then we kind of got the best of both worlds, I believe.
Yeah, no, I agree. Um, I think my only criticism, genuinely, this is spoil how I feel about it. My only criticism of the new chase format is that they stuck with 16 drivers, but I kind of get it. They kept upping the amount throughout the years because sponsors would go to NASCAR like upset that their drivers weren't in the postseason and they weren't getting the screen time and the TV time. So they just kept it at 16. I guess I honestly can't really think of a reason outside of that. But oh, also because this is for the first time going on YouTube. Uh,
Oh,
you can check the description. It's gonna be on the Bros Network YouTube channel. The background footage is fellow bro Nick is in an iRacing race, a mini stock at South Boston. So if you want to switch over to YouTube and watch his wonderful driving skills, there's always the option. But no more free promo. Um, I think so. Obviously, no more winning you're in, right? You do
yep.
race 1 through race 26. Top 16 in points make it in. I really like some of the bros might not agree with this. I really like the way they seeded it.
Yep.
Don't give bonus points for wins. You get that when you win. Don't give bonus points for winning stages. You get that when you win the stage. The regular season champion, second in points, third in points, fourth in points, they will start where they finished and they will be rewarded as such. Um, how do you feel about that? Do you like that, or do you like the seeding that we saw with the playoff format better?
I like this one more because it's more cut and dry, more straightforward. Like nobody's wondering about playoff points and how much that adds up to it. I mean, obviously, like they'll tell you, but I mean, this just keeps it 100 either way. Like obviously now with they still put an emphasis on winning, which I can respect that. I like that a lot. Um, with now going on, instead of 40 points plus bonus points, just going straight 55 and then just cutting it there. Of course, plus two you add in stage points, which I wish they would have went with stages either way, but I don't run the series, so of course, first we'll have 2,100 points, and then second we'll have 2,075, and then third will have 2,065, and then subtract five from each one for the rest of the seating until you get the 16th, who has 2,000. Um,
Which I think that's super fair seeding.
yeah, 100%. Like it's just it makes more sense to the casual fan. Um, kind of guess they're trying to go back to the casual fan. Obviously, like that's been their whole with the new what's the new slogan? Hell
Hell
yeah, something like
yeah.
that. Hell yeah, uh, hell yeah. But the whole new chase just makes more common sense, or has more common sense, and just it's way better to understand. then the obviously at the 3 races you reset. At 3 races you reset, and then you still added the bonus points to that. I mean, it's just more stuff to keep up with.
Yeah, so just to recap real quickly, like Evan said, uh, your seeding is just based off where you finish in the regular season. If you finish 17th, you're not in the chase. You could finish 17th still, whatever. That's where Chris Buescher is probably going to finish, just based off past
Oh,
trends.
I wanted to make the joke. Damn it.
It goes up 5 points up until you get to third, 2065, and then a 10-point gap to second, and then a 25-point gap to first. But they did that with the just the point structure like per race. Obviously, instead of getting 40 points for winning and 35 for second and 34th for third, etc., now you get 55 points for winning, 35 for second. 20 points a race is huge. And finally, I guess maybe other than Charlotte, second place can't possibly score more points than the race winner, which it's so stupid that was a possibility for all these
Yep.
years. Um, I saw a lot of people online making jokes that Trackhouse brought SVG over, moved him across the world, and NASCAR immediately changes the format. But honestly, if SVG goes and wins 3, 4, 5 road course races this year and just gets a couple oval top tens, with the way the points are paid out, he should have no problem being top 16 in points.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I feel like at the end of the year, I even like talked to you about this while it was happening. At the end of the year, he kind of started to find a stride and be able to put together consistent runs. I mean, we even saw him top five. We saw him the lead left with Daytona, did we not?
I think
Um,
so, yeah.
yeah, the race that you and I watched together that we should have recorded together. But anyways,
We
I feel
we're
like
under an NDA.
oh yeah, that's right. And we could do it for me and you. Anyways, I feel like he's gonna be a lot better this year, more consistent. We'll be able to put together top tens, top 15s, just keep it more, closer to the front where he was last year.
Yeah, for sure. It's also worth mentioning that the chase format is going to be basically the same for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series and the Craftsman Truck Series. Just instead of 16 drivers, it'd be 12 for Nopes or whatever we're calling it, and 10
Yeah.
for trucks. Um, I'm not seeing. Is the O'Reilly Auto Parts? It's 9 races, correct? And then trucks
yeah,
is
but
7.
yes.
So I think I
So I
saw
guess
someone did the math. I'm sorry. I think I saw someone did the math, and if, assuming everyone raced the same, which they never do, Larson would have won the championship with this last year, but so would Connor Zilic and Corey Heim. So uh, it fixed a lot of the problems.
yeah, I feel like the best driver in the chase last year, was roughly one minus Jesse Love, but show up, show out. So I feel like it's gonna fix a lot of problems that we had, obviously, like with last year. You know, obviously Denny wouldn't have won it, but he still would have been able to have. Obviously, everybody would have had a better understanding of how to race the system instead of the system they were in. Um, did you see a full point standing from last year or no?
No,
Was
I think I
yeah,
just saw like the top like 25 or something.
just like for what the playoffs were last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
they
don't know.
showed like the cutoff for how he would have. You can keep talking. I'll try to pull it up.
Well, that's all I got.
Here it is, right here. So,
Oh, okay.
what did you want to look at?
That's what I didn't know what the standings were. Oh, okay. Anyways,
So,
but yeah,
Ty Gibbs would have missed the play or the chase by 2 points. Kyle Busch would have missed by 4. Josh Berry would have missed. Allmendinger, Keselowski. Um, no real surprises there. Not really very many changes either. Ryan Preece would have made the chase.
yep.
Um, Outside of that, it's a pretty similar chase field. Um, I don't know. Do you think there's going to be a way for drivers to exploit this new format?
I mean, there's always ways. I mean, kind of go back to Richmond 2013. I mean, obviously with front row and Penske, and then obviously NWR self imploding in itself. Um, there's always gonna be a way, but I kind of feel like this. I feel there was more manipulation with the previous format than the chase format, because obviously everybody at Richmond just all of a sudden Bubba Wallace has blown tires and is letting people by, and then you had Chastain riding the wall just to get in, and then you had Bell. What was it, 24 or 24, trying to ride the wall to get in. And so I mean, there's always gonna be ways, but I feel like it's cracked down on it quite a bit compared to last time.
Yeah, excuse me. No, I agree. I honestly can't really, outside of just straight up cheating and manipulation, I can't really think of a way for people to game the system. One thing I do like is obviously with the playoff format, we saw that winning was rewarded, and now, I mean, I feel like winning is almost rewarded more than it was in the playoff format. Now, not in terms of just straight up winning the championship, because obviously locking into the playoffs is a lot better than 20 extra points. And you could win one race every three races in the playoffs and then make the championship race, whereas now you need more consistency. But,
Yep.
I mean, those 20 extra points, like I mentioned earlier, SVG, if he wins three road course races, like that's already an extra 60 points, which
Yep.
is more than you get for winning one race that
Yep.
he would get over the field. So, like, I don't know. I think they did a good job. I know how NASCAR fans are. They're gonna cry about everything, which we've already seen within the Bros. Uh, you know, there's always something to cry about. But I'm honestly really surprised at how good of a job NASCAR did with this format. Like, I'm not trying to glaze. I'll wipe my chin when I'm done. I promise. But I think they did. Like, when I saw Mark Martindale Jr. there, I asked you specifically. I was like, "Is this just like?" I can't remember how I asked. Does it mean anything that they're there? Because obviously they're going to be there to support the sport and whatever. But I definitely see why Dale and Mark co-signed on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Mark said. Like this is a compromise that I feel like everybody can enjoy because obviously like back whenever they first went to the chase, people didn't like it, and then they all got used to it. Then we went to the new playoff format, people didn't like it, um, and then also got used to it. And then I saw more complaints about the playoff format than I did with the old chase format. Cause, I mean, obviously we had Jimmy winning every year, but I feel like now there's a little more parity, and there's a lot less you can do with the car compared to Jimmy Johnson and Chaka nowadays. So I feel like it's gonna be open game, um, unless Kyle Larson and Cliff Daniels somehow figure it out and just blow everybody's doors off. Um,
Well, I think my
yeah,
thing with that is yes, people complained about the chase, but that's just because it wasn't the full season points.
yep,
But when you look at the chase format, you remember the championship fights more.
yep,
You remember Jimmy versus Jeff 2007. You remember Carl versus Jimmy 2008. You remember Denny versus Jimmy 2010. You remember Tony Carl 2011. You remember Brad Jimmy 2012. You remember Matt Kenseth Jimmy 2013.
yep,
2014, you just remember Kevin won the championship.
yep,
Like you don't like you remember Ryan Newman almost did, but it wasn't a fight. It's just he finished second in one race.
yep,
2015, like the championship fight. What comes to mind there? Like Kyle Busch missing a third of the year. Like you don't really have those duels that we saw with the chase format. Now it wasn't perfect. 2006, like I mean, I guess Jimmy, Matt, Denny, but like it was more so kind of just Jimmy.
yep,
2005, you had the Roush domination, Greg Biffle versus Tony. That was pretty good, I guess. But like, I think compared to what we've had for the last 15 years almost, um, crazy improvement. And I think we'll start to remember these championship fights.
yep,
Um, like you called it earlier, Christopher Bell Championship, which we'll get more into predictions in a later episode.
yep,
Um, you'll actually remember that 10 years from now. You're not going to just remember, oh, Christopher Bell had a good year, but William Byron nailed the setup at Homestead. You know what I mean? So,
yep. Yeah, it's like I said. It's like Ryan Blaney said. Like I feel like this puts more legitimacy into the championship race. I guess championship chase. I guess. And he was the winner of a championship in 2023 with the last playoff format, which obviously every driver now is gonna be like, oh, this is a great thing. But in turn, he's kind of is speaking truth, whereas we want consistency. We don't want to see one guy nail it and then all of a sudden championship. Um, we want to see people who can go in, week out, put it together, and then be able to win it. I mean, obviously, like look at Jimmy. Was it 2010 or was it 2009 when he worked in Texas? was one of those 2 years.
I think it was 2009.
Yeah, and then he was able to go out there and win the championship just because he was consistent the weeks before and after. Um, you can build a legit champion based on that. Whereas, obviously, if Ryan Newman would have won 2014, oh, the uproar that Twitter would have had back in the day. Of course, and then the next year, Kyle Busch missing half the season and then coming in, winning Sonoma, winning. Well, he went on a tear that year too. So I mean, I can't really take away from that one. But still, I mean that if the driver gets hurt now and then they're out half the season, oh, they're probably done. They're not gonna make the playoffs or chase. It's gonna be hard to get used to this again. But I don't know. I feel like this is more enjoyable for the hardcore fan and easier for the casual fan.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. I think if you go online, you might see some hate, you might see some praise, you might see people nitpicking. As someone like Evan and I don't miss Cup races. We don't really miss Xfinity truck races too often. Like I can't like, dude. We're gonna look back at 2014 to 2025 as a dark period. I wonder if 10 years from now how we view the champions from that era. I wonder if we, I don't know, like, do we kind of give it a bubble ring type thing? I'm not sure. Um, I do
Oh,
think,
23 was the best season ever. What do you mean?
yeah, uh, yeah.
No bias at all.
I do
Never.
think
No.
40 years from now, if we assuming never go back to the playoff format, thank God, hopefully, I think people will look back and just see Joey Logano as a three-time champion, and they're not going to question it. So long
Yep.
term, it's not going to have very damaging effects. But I do wonder in the near future how people are going to look back at Chase Elliott's 2020 championship and Kyle Busch's two championships.
Yeah.
Um, but
I don't know. It's gonna be. It's. So I look back at it now, and there's like a weird taste in my mouth, of, like looking back at the playoffs compared to like whenever I look back at the 2004 to 2013 championships. Like, oh, like that's obviously it's like half of them are Jimmy Johnson and Tony Stewart, but still, like I feel like that's a legitimate
but
champion.
that makes them feel like superheroes, like
Yeah,
powerhouses.
yeah, because they went out there for 10 weeks, BTA, and did what they had to do. Whereas, I can't recall like some of the races, some of the championship races from the last decade. Um, Obviously 2014, 2015. Barely remember 2016, 2017. I mean, Truex deserved that all year. Not gonna lie to you, I'd be lying if I said he didn't. Um, but then Joey's three, like 2018 he had big three, 2020 had a big three. Neither one of those had champions. Um, 21 was pretty much just Larson's year, so yeah,
Yeah, no, for sure. That goes back to what I said earlier. Um, with the playoff format, I don't want to harp too much on this. The playoff format, you remember the champions. You don't remember the fight they had. You don't remember
yeah,
the key races in terms of getting to the championship. You don't remember. Uh, I don't know. I just feel like the chase format's going to be very memorable. I know people are going to be mad that we didn't get the 36 full race season, but and not to quote Mark, but like this is a really good compromise. 10 weeks is a really long time to be at your best. I know it's been 10 weeks, but it really wasn't. You could win the first race of the round and take the rest of the round off. Like that, you
yeah.
can't do that now. Like especially with the way the points are structured, you literally cannot do that now. You go out and win three chase races, bro, and get top tens in the rest, like a Carl Edwards 2008 type thing. Which I don't know if he did exactly that, but like I don't know. I'm super looking forward to it. One of my favorite memories when I watch older races and like just nostalgia as a kid is, around July, early August, they would start changing the colors on the ticker. The people that were like mathematically in, they'd
Yeah.
be green. Then you'd see the yellow names. Now you're paying more attention to the yellow names. And then at some point, when they're mathematically eliminated, you'd see the red names. I'm not really advocating for them to do that again, but a lot of good memories come from this. Obviously, I think we were both Team 36, but I'm a lot happier about this than I thought I would be. The only
Yeah.
complaint is 16 cars, but I mean, does it really matter? Probably not. Maybe if someone goes from a 16 seed to finish third in points at the end, that'll be worth mentioning.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, that'd be the real underdog story. Might be an SVG type thing. Who knows?
Bro, nobody even knows who finished third in points in the playoff format.
No.
Like being fifth in points was kind of a big deal because you were the best of the rest. I think Denny finished fifth most years, like, or he
Yep.
finished fourth in the playoffs. Like, so. You got anything else you want to mention? Did we miss anything?
Here, who finished second in 2020?
Second in 2020, was it Brad?
Oh, you weren't supposed to answer that one correctly.
Sorry.
But yes, it was. Yeah. Um, who finished third?
Truex.
I thought it was Logano. Either way, it doesn't matter. That's kind of the exact point where it's
Oh,
like,
that's 21. I'm thinking of, yeah. See, yeah,
uh,
who knows? But
yep.
um, who finished third in 2008? I don't know the answer. I can't fact check you. All right, we're getting on a
Yeah.
tangent here.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So good to be
All right.
back, Evan. I appreciate you joining me here today. There will be another episode soon. The goal for the personal goal is to finish the season weekly. We also, I don't want to get into too much. We might have another episode here in a couple weeks, maybe around the Clash, where we can get more into like the stuff. But we're gonna
Yep.
try out a new thing this year. Do we want to talk about that now, or should we wait?
I mean, might as well. We're already here.
All right. So what we're gonna try to do is hit you guys with 2 episodes a week. I know that sounds like a lot, but hear me out. Right after the race ends on Sunday nights or Saturdays, whatever. We're gonna hop on and immediately give our post-race reactions. It's not gonna be a super scripted episode. It's not gonna be super structured. It'll just be the post-race reactions. If you remember past episodes, we had the In the Mirrors segment where we talked about the most recent race, but like on a Wednesday night where it wasn't fresh and no one cared anymore. We'll do that straight up Sunday night. It'll be there for you Monday morning on your way to work. And then on Wednesdays, we'll hop back on and record the rest of the episode that we normally would, preview the upcoming race, have some fun little segments since we have time to kill. And then, yeah, you'll have that Thursday morning as the drivers land at the next track. So,
Well, I mean, well, sometimes, since my season tickets are starting to come back in the mail, I kind of, might have to do like a Monday type thing. But anyway,
yeah, oh, yeah. But you'll get the post race reactions a lot sooner than what we
yeah, for
used to
sure.
do. Real quick, other plugs. Like I said, this is on YouTube, the Bros Network. There should be a link in whatever podcast platform you're listening to this on. Go follow our what did we used to say? Uh, I can't remember. Go follow the Twitter at Mirror Drivin. Hold the G.
Driving, hold the G. That's right.
Yeah, at Mirror Drivin. Hold the G. And yeah, as always, it's next week or next year. We'll see you guys next time.
Deuces.